From CBS 4, this is Haystack TV, powered by HaystackColorado.com. Finding reliable services can be like finding a needle in a haystack. With HaystackColorado.com, finding the needle just got a lot easier. Now, the host of Haystack TV, Chris Kane.
Welcome to this Haystack TV Spotlight. It may be the middle of winter, but spring isn't far behind, which means soon it will be time to make sure your gutters are cleared out and your roofs are ready for another summer of potentially harsh weather. Academy Roofing provides professional and superior roofing services. Academy Roofing has been locally owned and operated in Colorado for nearly 30 years. They're BBB accredited with an A+ rating, and they specialize in both residential and commercial roofs. Kurt Boyd is the owner and president of Academy Roofing. Thanks for being here and welcome back.
Thank you, Chris.
Now, before we get into what people should do for the spring coming up, let's talk about what they should be doing right now in winter.
Well, you know, as we spoke in the last segment about ice and ice damming, you know, ice is just, it does tremendous damage to roofs, property. You know, you see it in even in driveways where the water gets down inside and freezes and the concrete heaves. So it really can do a lot of things. It does the same things if it gets caught up in the gutters, shaded areas where the sunlit roofs, you know, drain into those areas, and then as it freezes again, it expands. So the potential for damage is really a lot more extensive than a lot of people think. They'll come out in the spring and look at their gutters, and they've got that bow to them because they've had a load of ice in them through the winter time.
Yeah, and because we were ahead on snowfall and because it's been so cold, are you seeing a lot more ice damming and ventilation problems?
We're seeing a lot more occurrence of that, seeing a lot of condensation problems, which we spoke about last time with respect to ventilation and insulation. And because of the prolonged periods of cold that we've had and the extra snowfall, we're actually seeing water intrusion into the homes now.
Okay. And let's talk about some tile damage. You see a lot of that right after the winter and with the heavy snowfall and all that.
We do see a lot of that, especially when we've had a lot of heavy wet snow, which we did early in this season. Mm-hmm. And we also see a lot more occurrence of broken tile after Christmas light season.
When people walking on the roofs.
And then in the spring we see it if they've had the home repainted. You know, that traffic, when you've got inexperienced people walking on concrete tile roofs, it can lead to a lot of breakage.
And this is what we're specifically talking about, is concrete tile roofs.
Concrete and clay, yes.
And what do you recommend for people that have these kind of roofs?
Well, I think it's important that people understand that it's an ongoing maintenance type thing. The roofs will last a long time just by the nature of the product, but you know that the maintenance will prolong that life, and it also protects the underlayment and the flashing that is underneath the tile.
Mm-hmm. And with gutter cleaning, that's another important part of maintenance. It's something that people should do on an annual basis.
Well, the whole idea behind gutters and downspouts is to control where the water goes. If the gutters are free flowing and they're clean, then you're doing the best you can to manage the water coming off of the roof and getting it away from the home as quickly as possible. If they're plugged up, then water goes. It's going to seek its easiest avenue.
And if it's too much, you know, debris and stuff in the gutters, it can cause failure down the road too, quicker.
Oh, yes.
Anyway.
Yeah, it caused early failure of the gutters themselves, and then you know when you've really got a plugged up gutter or an underground drain that's plugged, then you really have the potential for water coming into the home.
All right, and also I want to mention that you guys will come out and do free inspections. So anyone that thinks that they have repair work that needs to be done or needs a new roof, you'll come out and give them a free estimate and a free inspection, and you're never pushing. You know, that's what I like. I mean, people will call us back and say, you know, these guys are great. We had them out, and they told us we didn't need anything done. So we certainly appreciate that, because that's the last thing consumers want, is, you know, to have a big sale pushed on them.
Well, there's a lot of roofs in Denver, and consequently there's a lot of roofing problems. So we feel like we don't need to look for things that aren't there, and if we can give people an honest evaluation and a kind of a life expectancy of what they've got going, then they know they can call us when it's time.
Excellent. Well, thanks so much for being here. I'm going to tell our viewers how they can get a hold of you. Academy Roofing has been working in Colorado for nearly 30 years. It focuses on Metro Denver, but has done work in Boulder, Fort Collins, Colorado Springs, and the mountain communities. Call them today at 303-360-0708 or visit their website at academyroofinginc.com. The first 10 new customers to call right now and mention Haystack get 25% off gutter cleaning or first-time tile replacement. The number again is 303-360-0708. Academy Roofing paid for the segment.